And so here we are for another episode of Crone's Crucible presenting Curse of Strahd. We have people in transition tonight and people without videos tonight and various things. We will gather them as we can, doing the best as usual. It's kind of our standard way of starting out the night since everybody seems to be in a rush at this time. And our friendly neighborhood Duroc there has also got the Super Bowl on in the background, so he can tell us from time to time what the score is. What is it right now?
It's halftime, 3-0 Patriots. Very strong defensive game, which is surprising because the Patriots have no defense.
My husband is a very strong Saints fan, so needless to say, he has a particular side that he is rooting for in this game, and it's not usually who he would be supporting. So it's quite interesting. It's been interesting discussions. I'm kind of a semi-football fan, so I listen with one ear, so it's great to me. I'm fine with it. When we left off last week, you guys had gone back to Vallaki. You had to gather some supplies, especially some cold weather supplies, because you had been warned about the altitude and temperature that you were going to be facing when you went up into the situation. So you gathered warm cloaks and furs and horse blankets and everything you could think of to be prepared for the coming cold. And you also were meeting with Erwin and Danica about what you were going to face on this and what kind of situations would be ahead of you. They gave you a few hints about things. And did you guys have any other questions to ask the Mardikovs about what was going on?
Not the Mardikovs. I did want to go with commune with nature, though, when we did end with the Mardikovs.
With them along with you, or when you left the inn?
When I left the inn, because apparently I can't actually use the spell in, constructed areas, so, I can't be in town when I use the spell. So I'm gonna, leave the village for a bit to do the spell.
All right. Let's get some of our dice roll things up and so forth, so we're ready for when that is going. And anyone else, Ipotus, anybody have anything that they need to do prior to bedding down and then leaving the next morning? And tell me what time you'll be leaving the next morning.
I have something else I want to do. Vlad is trying to get situated in my car. Spencer's was closed, by the way. Vlad is going to go back to Father Petrovich in the morning. So I guess it's technically after we're bedding down. Going to go back to Father Petrovich and ask him if there's any other sort of reliquary he could use.
For what purpose? He probably would have something, but I have to have an idea of what purpose you intend it for.
Do you want to play this out in character, or do you just want the short version?
Short version, please. I just need a
short
general...
version. He needs Holy Script or some other holy whatever worth. I think it's 1,000 gold pieces.
You need a relic.
A relic, yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, in order to cast the Hollow spell, if he needs to at Amber Temple.
Very good. All right, we'll see what happens on that. And anyone else? Sylvia? Otis?
Epotus is mostly just trying to rest off this unsettling gray thing that's going.
When we last saw him last week, he has what we've laughingly called gray man's disease, some kind of gray scaliness that has been
Yeah.
eating at his skin. It's been bothering him and doing something or other to him. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
So he applies the balm and hopes that it works.
Very good. And so it is fairly late at night. Danica lights lanterns, oil lanterns for you to carry to your various places of rest, whether you're traveling the streets or you're traveling, which as I think Victor would be, or you are going out and going up to your rooms upstairs, your usual outside entry rooms that you have. So they would do that. What house early in the morning do you wish to leave?
I'd say as early as
Probably.
possible, so we're not on the road.
Yeah, probably pretty close to dawn.
Danica will ask you that. I will be sure to be up early and I will help you. I will have breakfast ready for you. Do not worry. Everything will be ready for your trip. I want you to be as prepared as I possibly can help you be.
We appreciate it, Danica.
Yes, thank you. And I'll give her 25 gold pieces for her trouble.
Oh, as always, you are so generous, Mr. Dirac. I thank you very much. You are truly a blessing to the Order of the Feather.
I give her a nod.
And they go off to their beds inside, and you guys are able to do it. So you wake up quite early in the morning, and you proceed to get up and prepare yourselves. Victor, are you going to come to the inn, or are they going to go join you?
He'll come to the inn, I guess.
So we get a full rest.
Yes.
Hey, I was thinking of something this morning. What are we gonna do about our little problem children outside the city?
Say that again?
The little problem children outside of the city. The one who is, look at me, I'm lord of this castle, blah, 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 blah.
So you mean
For
the
now, we can't.
Vistani
He means
and
Oh,
Vistani.
Who
Yeah,
are
the
you
Vistani and the
talking
Arrow.
about? That's like 3 or 4 people that Dirac can think.
I'm gonna think
For
about it most recent.
now, we can't do much about him. Apparently, we need him for defeating Strahd in some capacity.
Yeah,
So
I just don't recall if we told him that we were gonna let him know when the place was all clear or anything
we
like
didn't.
that. I mean,
We may have, but I don't care.
Well, it's
Well,
technically not cleared.
This is true. Dirac, you will make a fine lawyer one day.
Yeah, I just, these people, the gypsy curses, the whole, yeah, I just want to be on the safe side. It's a trust thing. I don't trust them.
He needs us as much as we need him. If we don't
need
defeat
him.
Strahd, well, he needs us then. If we don't defeat Strahd, then he gains nothing. The one thing I can trust is his selfishness. In any case, we should leave for the temple soon. I need to stop by the church one more time. Dirac, finish eating. I need to stop by the church one more time before we leave. I have a request to make of Father Petrovich. It may help us when we go down for temple. Maybe it may not. But it would be better to be prepared.
You
And
pack
so
up.
Vlad,
Yes, go ahead.
go ahead. I was just in, and so Vlad goes to the church.
Well, you pack up your things and you head out of the Blue Water Inn, and to your surprise, as you step out of the inn, lining about a block of the street are all of the people pretty much that you've come to respect in the town. Mikhail is there. He is saluting proudly at Epotus. Irina is there. She has brought a number of the slightly older children. The little ones apparently have remained in bed, but the oldest ones she's brought with them, and they're all waving at you and so forth. Father Petrovich is there. Lydia Volakovich is there, as is her son Victor. They
Oh
are
yeah, Victor, the ceremony.
they are all greeting you, and Father Petrovich has like some kind of as you said earlier, a reliquary, but this is something formal that he's got prepared for Victor's ceremony, and basically they're all smiling and greeting you. Irina steps forward to Vlad and says, not whispering in his ear exactly, but says quietly to him, and if anybody's standing right next to him, they would hear her say this to him. And she said, we were up and ready for the ceremony for Victor. We will have it at dawn, and we wanted to make sure you had all of the blessings on your way. And I wish to pass on to you something that my adoptive father said once long ago when we were talking about the dangers of Mount Ghakis and the snows and all of the problems that are up there that you must now face. He said, even the rocks have eyes, and even the rocks will attack. Please beware. I am so fearful for what you face now.
Vlad will take her hands and say, you are right to be afraid, but this evil cannot stand against us. If we are to free this land, then this is something we must face.
And with that, she steps back and gathers up the children. There is a cold, dreary rain starting to fall. It's as if Strahd just knows what's going on and he wants to rain on your parade. But anyway, you collect your horses from the stable, and the entire group plods down the street at a stately walk all the way to the church where the ceremony is prepared. The two altar boys are there waiting with the lit candles. The church is somewhat warmer and certainly drier than the outside of the surroundings. So they greet you for the ceremony, and they begin. Is there anything you guys want to do before you go in the church?
Nope. Not for me, anyway.
Father Petrovich proceeds with his prayers, and he brings up Victor Vlakovich and brings him to the front, says various blessings over him, announces to the awaiting people that he is now duly considered the heir of the Vlakovich name and fortune, and that they wish him well, that he have the blessing of the village upon him, and that he continued the great line of Vlakovich. And he then turns to the group of you and asks you, do any of you wish to speak for Victor at this solemn moment?
Vlad will step forward and say, when we came to this land, Victor was not the man he is now. But
Victor
seen
looks
him.
like he's struggling right now. He's just really trying to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
Needless to say, he has grown much, and I believe that this ceremony will be good for him. And as he does, he takes a vial of holy water out of his cloak and rubs some on his thumb and draws the symbol of Lathander on Victor's forehead and casts Ceremony, which is a first level cleric spell that effectively gives, for the next 7 days, he will have a plus d4 to all ability checks and saving throws, mechanically speaking.
Wonderful. He feels very much blessed, and he thanks you very much. Anyone else have anything they wish to say before Father Petrovich says his closing ceremony?
Nah.
I don't even know him.
Epotus keeps his hand in his sleeve, but just like shifts and tries to make like a little minor illusion or a prestidigitation of some like light effects and stuff hovering around.
Give him kind of a holy
Yeah.
aura sort of thing.
Yeah, just a little, just
a tiny
subtly
touch.
trying
Yeah.
throwing something.
And
Yeah, nothing.
as Father Petrovich is giving his closing statements, Vlad will use thaumaturgy to turn all of the flames into a soft golden color.
So we got this, you know.
We got this. We are holy bros.
Victor just looks awestruck, and his mother is just beside herself with joy as all this is going on. She's just awestruck by the aura around him and everything. And Father Petrovich smiles, and he looks over at the group of you. He's not quite sure which one of you did the effect, but he kind of gives the group of you a wink, like, thank you very much. I'm sure that was appreciated. So you you get a
We make
bit
the
of
best special effects crew.
yeah, you get a little bit of a smile for your attempts to make the ceremony just perfect for him. So he gives his final blessings, and the group of people who are in the church all go up and congratulate Victor before coming back to you, and Father Petrovich gives blessings over you. What are you going to do? He'll try to bless you, Victor. What are you going to do?
No, thanks. I'm all right. I need to check my wagon. I'll be going ahead. And so he does.
I
I have
understand, my
never
son.
seen man.
May Lathander guide
With his
your
father,
steps
with his son.
anyway.
Where are you going?
Even if you do not wish it, I will wish his blessings on you. Travel well, travel with him at your back. And so that little by little, with one last look over her shoulder, Irina gives a worried look at Vlad, and the whole group of the church go off to their various places where they need to go for the day. Father Petrovich goes into the sacristy and so forth, and things are off for the day. So at about 7:30 in the morning, you are taking off for the Amber Temple. Any last minute thing that you're doing before you mount up and head out? It is, let me see here, 4 miles, and it's about 4 miles from Vlaki to the road where you take off for the Amber Temple. Let me put the map on the overall Barovian map. All right, so you are in Valaki. I'll ping it for our viewers up there on the map, and you have to travel west on the road to this intersection here just before you get to the road to Wizard of Wine. So you'll travel 4 miles to that point before you start through the forest, and then start a very steep climb up the mountains. The rain continues, and as you look up to Mount Ghakis that you can see towering above you to the south west, you can see that it is snowing on Mount Ghakis. The party does not encounter anything in the woods as you travel, but you have a kind of eerie sense that you are being watched even more than usual, as if things are in the woods keeping an eye on you. And you
Winter is coming.
yes, along with it the wolves. You start your climb and you head up. In about a mile and a half, 2 miles, you start actually doing the steep climb up. It is quite an incline, and it's tiring to climb up there, and it doesn't take you but a few miles before you are starting to plod in snow that is starting to get up to the horse's hocks kind of thing, like maybe 6 inches of snow. It's piling up fairly quickly into the thing. And when you get to, let me zoom in on this so people can see.
This brings up a good question, Vlad will say to Apodus as we're riding.
Oh, yes.
How are we expecting these horses to survive the cold while we are inside? I know we
Well-
bought blankets for them, but they have nothing to eat. If we are in there for 1 or more days, they might be starving as well.
Well, I can simply dismiss mine. I'm not sure what you were planning to do.
I didn't
That's
really think
Satchel
about
on the
it.
side of the head. Perhaps you should have. Maybe you can leave a few rations for your horse.
Am I like the only person who planned ahead? Like,
Apparently.
You
What
are
did
Yeah.
you plan on, Sylvia?
You are not far, by the way, at this point from, even though you're starting to see some snow, you are not terribly far from the forest and grasslands behind you. You're maybe half a mile. You could go back and get some fodder or something at that point if it would help.
I mean, I'm not worried about feeding the horses. I can give them my good berries, and it will suffice them for a day. My problem is that if we are in there for longer, or if they freeze to death while we are in there.
well,
Well, if
I
the
mean,
entrance is large enough, we could just bring them inside.
Hopefully.
there's that too. I could always cast the bubble over the horses,
Oh,
but that would mean we won't have it.
would that keep the weather out?
Let me double check the
I
spell.
believe it does. I think
Yes.
it's totally protective.
It does.
Yeah. it
Okay,
would
well, it's a
keep the
10-foot
temperatures good.
radius. How big are the horses in square footage? Because I know they're large creatures. So
Well,
would it be like
horses
you could just fit
From
one?
front to back, a horse is about 7 feet and about 4
If we
feet
liquidate the
high.
horses,
Okay, you describe this. I'm going to do some.
No, what it's gonna be is that the horses' heads and tails are gonna be sticking out of the tiny hut.
Oh. Once they're
Actually,
inside,
with
they
a
can
20-foot
come and go as they please.
radius, you could probably get,
it's a 10-foot radius.
yes, it's a 10-foot radius. You could probably get the 4 horses and the donkey in there if you kind of squoze them a bit. I'm not sure how they would take to that.
I'm working on it. It's a 20-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if we could find an alcove, we can put like the 10-foot radius on the outside of the alcove, so like they're like sheltered from the wind and still have that space of. Like I said, once they're inside it for like a few seconds, they can come in and out whenever they please. I mean, the other option I've got is I could polymorph one.
We can fit 8 horses inside the area. You can have all 8 horses, or you get all the horses in the area, cast it, and then they can.
But Lynn can't. She's stuck there with the
Yes.
horses.
That's
Oh,
true,
she
I'm
got-
stuck there.
Oh,
I forgot I'm
yeah.
stuck there. Well, time for me to take a nap.
Well, you will have to see when you get up there if maybe the entrance permits it, or if you can find a place, a crevice in the mountain, or anything.
I tell you what. We'll leave Zatra there, and if things go bad, I will tell her to lead the other horses on.
Ooh,
That sounds like a fine plan.
That's actually no. If we modify that a little bit, we get there. If the weather is super crappy and there's no real place to keep the horses safe, you could just automatically just do that. Just have it take it to a safe place and keep an eye on them, because you should be able to communicate with yours from a distance.
Yes, as long as we are together. Let me just double check.
It's 1
Yeah.
mile.
Oh, if it's a mile, then it gets dicey.
Yeah. Well, presume.
But you
well,
could have them. You could have
when
them.
we're on
take it-
while we're on the ascent, I can just be on the lookout. I'll have Zatra keep an eye on things as we're going, and if she sees something that would be a worthwhile place for them to retreat to, then we'll figure that out. Possibly after the pass, and then we can meet up with them later.
Very good. We will table that for now until you see what your surroundings are and what you can do. You plod slowly up the hill, and it takes you longer to make this journey than you had really planned on it taking, because the snows begin to slow you down just a little bit. You travel slowly all day until late afternoon. You had to stop briefly to rest because you were tired at one point. So you rested for a bit, got a little bit warm with some fire and things, and then headed on up after you had eaten and gotten yourself restored. You kept journeying mile after mile on this snowy pass. As you climb, you begin to realize that the cliff is climbing steeply to your left as you head upwards.
So where? Oh, we're there. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you are there. I'm traveling you along. You'll see as you travel. The further you get, the higher the cliff goes on your left, until as you climb to about this point here, the cliff goes above you perhaps 500 feet, almost straight up. It is at an angle of maybe like this, almost a straight cliff. And to your right, the cliff goes down about 500 feet to the Luna Lake and river below you. The snow is beginning to obscure your vision just a bit, and the cold is sweeping around you in ways that is just you begin to realize why all of the warnings had been issued about this sort of thing, because the cold is just intense. The wind howls in your ear as you climb. Eventually you come to this point right here, and through the swirling snow you see, if this will cooperate,
The music scared me for a minute. Suddenly it started going on like, what? Is something going on?
you come
Be careful.
You come to this point in the pass, and as you can see there on your visual, zoom out a bit so people can see everything you can see at this point, and a little bit more actually, but you can see ahead of you there is some kind of granite gate that is ahead, and I'll describe it in just a moment here. I'm going to do one more thing before we... I'll leave that right now. Go back here.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Now, if you look up above you on the map area, you'll see an inset that is designed to show you what you are looking at as you come up. This gives you a better visualization of what you're seeing. Ahead of you is this wall with these large winged statues on top of it. The wall itself has large spikes on top of it. They're rather regularly spaced, and a person could get through between them. They look like they might have been designed to prevent large things coming down from above. And then you have this portcullis that is dropped in the middle of the gate, and in the portcullis is a swirling vortex of green.
This does
Ah.
not look normal.
Vlad will, as they're approaching, Vlad will take the 10 minutes to cast. How far away are we when we see this? Are we like right up on it?
Yeah, well, you're probably 50 feet away, something like that.
So as they're trotting up, Vlad will cast Detect Magic and try to look at it.
When
The
he does
gate-
that, Victor tells him, take a good look at those gargoyles and such, too. I'm not sure I trust them.
Vlad nods.
Are they
What?
looking down at us? The gargoyles?
They are not moving, but the statues themselves appear to be looking down at you, yes.
And sorry.
And Vlad casts this spell and is nearly knocked off his horse by the effects that he gets from this entire gate. What specifically are you looking for?
Specifically, well, I don't get to look for something,
Yeah,
but I
I'm
can
just
specifically
saying,
look
you're-
at
you're-
a thing.
You're looking to see if there's magic, you're looking to see if there's fiends, you're looking for all of these things? Does that one have
pretty much, yeah.
Is that the one that has
No,
fiends,
it's-
or is it Epotuses?
No, that's
It's mine.
Epotuses. I just see magic and undead.
The gate pretty much shimmers in magic. From the gate itself, which is just swirling in magic, clear up to the top of the statues. You are seeing it. And as you look up past these statues, you see additional statues on a large guard tower behind it. The statues are made out of a shimmering gold metal. Looks like they might be made out of gold. And they look like they are guards, statues of guards that are posted around the thing. They're quite a bit, in fact, larger than life in their size. They are probably 10, 12 feet tall. So they are close to double life size. They're large statues. And this gold that I've painted on them, just to show you what's going on, is this, even in this dim swirling light of Barovia, you can see that there's this shimmering of gold that reflects off of them. So, once we go back to the gate, what is your plan?
Well, all of this is very much magical. Are the gargoyles magical too, or just
Yes,
the gate?
there appears to be some kind of magic going on with the gargoyles.
I can
Epot-
attempt to get rid of.
Epotus just shakes. No, hold on, and he casts Chill Touch at one of the.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Which gargoyle are you casting it at?
The northern one.
I'm just gonna sit ready and wait for what might happen.
Well, it's probably going to happen.
What could possibly happen?
Everything.
I mean, I could have tried the lasso and pulled it down.
The northern gargoyle immediately comes to life into a winged demonic-looking figure, and it screeches a challenge at you. And as it does so, the southern one also comes to life and screeches. And from the cliff above you to the north, you hear an answering call. At first it sounds like the call of a goat, which seems like the strangest thing in the world for you to hear.
The kids are back.
Oh no, Anna, the goats have returned.
The goats are getting
goats
their
of the desert.
revenge. And
Oh god.
the echo of these gargoylish or whatever things they are echoes off the canyon walls and bounces around and seems to magnify until it comes out sounding almost like an eagle screech.
Gold it.
The largest eagle screech you have ever heard in your life.
Can.
Hey, hey.
Mm.
It's okay.
Are they flying at us?
Well, they're the ones that's screeching, or is there something else that's screeching?
There are things screeching all over this mountain.
Okay,
That
so did that happen like still on my turn?
it happened like just a second after this is like a domino reaction. First one comes
Okay.
alive, screeches, immediately the second one comes alive from the screech and activates on the other half of the gate, and resounding in answer to the sound, you hear this goat bleating and this huge eagle screech.
Okay, I guess my question is it still my turn?
It is currently your turn, yes.
Okay.
But you
Then
have
I will
taken
cast.
an action,
I
haven't
can't.
you? Or was
I
that
did, but I have a bonus action, and it was a cantrip. I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on my horse. So my horse can now breathe. We'll call it. Light.
That's
I knew it.
awesome.
I didn't know you could cast that on other people.
Alrighty, let me do some things here to prepare for what is going
You just
to
can't. You just can't twin it, but you can.
It can only happen to one target, one willing target. This I know from my cleric.
Okay. And then over here. You look up, we're going to roll for initiative here in a moment. You look up from where the bleating of the goat came. And standing on the crest of the cliff, looking down at you, is the biggest goat you have ever seen in your life. It is at least,
Satan!
it is at least as big as your horses. It could easily be ridden, but it's probably slightly bigger than your horses. It is one ginormous goat. And
We just found Derok's new mount.
It is looking straight down at you. All right, everybody now gets to roll for initiative. Let me do a couple of things on what's happening in the background here so that I can see my sheets.
Gore, can you roll for initiative for me?
Can I roll initiative for him?
Anybody who's ever had his token still has it.
Okay. Okay, so I'm as Vlad right now. Here we go, Vlad.
Select the icon.
Yep, I clicked the icon as well. Vlad. Oh.
Damn it.
Don't worry about
What
it.
is... Well, no, it's because I have a +5 to initiative. So would that count
Not if
towards
you
me?
click, not if
No.
you click his token and click his sheet.
I don't know where his sheet is.
Um,
Oh, no, I'm a dummy. Yeah, it's right here. Alright, clicking his character. Clicking his initiative. Alright, so that's him. And clicking
Victor
my
bringing up the
token.
lonely road with a 4.
Then I get 2 rolls. I get a 14. Oh, why is that still... Oh, it's because I clicked my name to Vlad. Sorry about that. So the first one is Vlad's, the next 2 is Derok's.
May have to just do one on yours, that way it shows up with your name on the list when she gets
Oh,
it.
yeah, here. I'll do a third throwaway so that you can see my name. Oh, no!
Oops.
It figures that the 25 would be the one that got thrown away.
But I
All right.
got the
So
14.
now,
Yeah.
just
Oh, well.
tell me, Derok, what should yours be and what should Vlad's be?
Mine is 14, Vlad is 12. I did say on stream
Okay.
Vlad was going first.
Yeah, I just wanted to be sure that the correct ones were up there on the turn
Yep.
order, so that we have.
I'll try to remember to go as Gore / Vlad if I need to.
Yeah, just give me a heads up if you need to inform me of it. So
Mm-hmm.
these the first, let's see, need to get this in order so we're properly situated. The first one up is Dirok. What is Dirok going to do as these creatures on top flap their wings and clearly look down at you all?
Before we do, game update, tie game, 3-3. Alright, now Dirok, he's gonna notice the gargoyles, he's gonna notice the big old goat down there. He's gonna yell to the others.
Up there, the goat is above you.
Yeah, up there, yeah, I was gonna say that, like you said, it was like 500 feet up and 500 feet down.
Yeah, to your right.
He's gonna yell to the others, get to the cliffside! And I am going to hop off my horse, and that means that's half movement, right?
Yeah.
To get off my horse.
To dismount is half your movement, yes.
Yep. All right. So I have 20 feet left. I'll move to that point. So I'll move up to there.
Very good.
And my action will be the dodge action.
All right. So Vlad, what are you doing? You are next up. What would you do in this circumstances?
All right.
Vlad just got home and is trying to get settled.
We need you to. It's your turn, so.
I can't see what's going on.
No, there's a big gate ahead of you. 2 gargoyles.
Give me like 30 seconds.
All right.
Yeah,
let's just hold his.
Back to his turn.
Let's just hold his turn. He'll come back in a moment. We'll go on to these things at the top. The first one proceeds to let out a screech, and I need this open so that I can get.
So we got the gargoyles, and then we've got the goat.
Yes, and something or other that screamed like an eagle from a ways away. You don't know what that is.
Okay.
It will choose to make a terrible sound that just grates on your nerves, and as it does so, a little swirl of magic opens in the air beside it, like a little portal, and another one pops out to the side of it. And the second one will do the same. You are now facing 4 of them. The new ones will move in on you. The others, they'll all move. Let's see what their movement base is on this so that I have this properly, and I need to do that or I will block the sheet that people are seeing. There, now everybody can see. It will fly speed 60. All right, let's see what we got here. 60. Oh yeah, it's just about everybody up to that point is in range. So they will all fly at the group of you that they can reach. The 2 of them have already done their action, but they will fly in on you nevertheless. These will fly out somewhat over the precipice. They are hanging above a precipice. There's quite a drop below them.
Are they still like in the air?
They are up in the air, yes. In fact, these will be like up a ways on the cliff. You would have to climb up. If you were up about halfway on the cliff, you would probably be able to hit them with melee. As it is right now, they are out of melee range. The 2 new rocks each emit a screech that is a different sort. And this one reverberates in your ears, and it is absolutely painful. Now I've got to measure again here because I've got to get them. Okay. They were going to go, I'm going to put them in the air about like this. All right, let me put the 2 that are doing this, I'm going to put an aura on them so you can see who's doing what here. this one will have, how much is it? Oh, I've got to make it so you can see the aura too. Here we go with roll 20 being slow and not responding. You see the aura. And why is that not showing? There should be an aura showing there, and it's not. Aura?
My aura isn't showing it either.
I'm not talking about your aura. I'm talking about this thing's aura. There should be a 20-foot aura around this, 20 feet, orange, and I have it set to be seen. Why is roll 20 not showing? All right, anyway, 20 feet around these. Let me draw something then so we can see it. This is garbage. Yeah, give me a 20-foot radius again from one of them, please. Thank you. Let me try to draw about a 20-foot aura, something like that. That will be affected. That one has already cast. It's the one to the left that has not. I need the other one. That one, please. Thank you. Have to move that one a bit. That's a little bit too far that way. Goodness, come on, roll 20. All right, let's see if I've got the radius about right on that, or if it has to. I won't redraw it, but it'll just give us an idea. That's a little small. It's slightly larger than that. This one is about right on the lower side. It's too small on the upper side, but that's okay. So let me do the same thing. I'll move this bottom one in such a way, if it will allow me to click it, so that it is more appropriate to what the actual radius would be. That's about what you are getting for effect radius. So everybody in that radius needs to give me a DC 14 Constitution save, please.
I don't think dodge is in effect for this then.
No, this is a
if you're talking about.
This is not a.
If you're talking about your peril.
Yeah, this isn't a spell thing that you can dodge away from. This is an area of effect to see if you have enough constitution of mind to resist this. DC
right.
14, so we have 3 saves there. Sylvia, would you give one? And then would
it's under the saving throws, right?
Yeah, under the saving throws.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm clicking the right one.
Dirok, you did for Vlad, and you also need to give me a save for the horses. I will do it for Vlad's horse because
Vlad's here.
I'm here.
Oh, okay, great. Yes, so I see now. Sorry, I was looking so hard at the map that I didn't realize you had come in.
There's no save thing there. Do I just hit the con button then?
Yes, you just.
For the horse?
Yes.
Okay.
And let me get.
Me and my horse are fucked. Pardon my French.
Get Vlad's video active here.
As I quickly shoving a ramen into my mouth because I didn't get a chance to eat at work.
Well, my turn idea is out of the question depending on what this does.
Okay, just about got his video set up. Alrighty. So, did all the horses get their saves thrown? Duroc, yours got it?
Yeah, I'm assuming I rolled the right thing for
Yeah,
it.
I'm just, I'm looking over this. Yeah, I should have set the horses with a general roll, but that's okay. You guys can see it. All right, Kyle, you're summoned, Steve. What kind of effect, would there be anything on that?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you because of the music.
The summoned steed, does it in any way have anything that would resist this?
It depends. What is it?
It's kind of a stun effect.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, I just wanted to be sure because your steed is not a normal steed, so I wanted to be sure.
The only difference is that it understands one language that I know, and I can speak telepathic with it within a mile. Anything that I cast on myself is also cast on the steed, and then its intelligence is 6. And that's the only difference.
All right, very good. So those of you who saved are fine. Those of you who failed, cough, Sylvia, are stunned for 1 round until after it takes its next turn.
Ouch.
Yep, that's pretty nasty.
So let's see which of the horses. I'm going to put a mark on Sylvia, indicating,
Yeah, I can't do
indicating she is currently stunned. And I'm going to put a mark on the horses that failed, which is all but Gore's. So this
Yeah.
one
My horse is a good boy.
and this one.
which sucks because technically my turn's next. So
And
But we do have to go back for Vlad.
What?
Back for Vlad?
Yeah, we skipped Vlad's turn
Oh,
because
yeah.
he
Yeah,
was
I'm
getting
just-
ready.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just going to take 2 turns on my next go around.
No, you'll take your
No?
turn right after the Vrock.
Okay.
But anyway, so those with red dots on them have been stunned until after these creatures take their next turn. So now we are up to Vlad. Yeah, we've finished everything that they can do. So it is now Vlad's
Okay.
turn.
So, first question is, with Detect Magic, can I see the magical auras around these
Yes.
gargoyles?
Yes. It swirls in a way that almost looks like some kind of planar magic.
But I can identify that as the magic that is animating them?
Yes, they are actual beings. It's not like they've been summoned into existence. It's
Ooh.
they are not like,
So they're creatures, not constructs.
they are creatures, not constructs. That is correct.
Dang. I was going to just start dispelling them and making them drop.
Technically, they're not even creatures, but they are not constructs.
So would I know if I cast a spell magic on one of them? Would I know if I could just return them to stone?
You wouldn't know
Because
that.
I can.
You would know that there is an aspect of planar magic that swirls around them. You would not know if you can dispel that planar magic, or if in the doing so it would dispel these creatures.
I know that I can try to with magical effects part of the spell. And I am going to try to do so. Here is my. As soon as I find the right character sheet. So effectively, if it's a spell or magical effect of 3rd level or lower, it's instantly dispelled. If it's higher than that, I have to roll for.
The only thing that appears to happen is the aura of planar magic around them shrinks to a degree. You seem to have affected their contact on a planar basis.
Well, for science, my turn is over. My horse is stunned. My turn is over.
Sylvia is stunned. The goat charges almost directly down. I mean, this is a steep cliff. He bounds to little rocks and little tiny things sticking out of the cliff in ways that you could never even conceive of doing. And he comes charging down the mountain at you. Now, since each one of these triangle line marks is 100 feet in height, it's going to take him a while to get to you, but since he is using gravity, he just comes bowling down about a level at a turn. He is charging right for you. He just moves on this turn. And from the east, coming through the swirling snow, and I want to get a picture up here for you to give you the idea of kind of what you are seeing, if I can find this. Come on.
I don't like that icon that I'm looking at
What icon?
What icon?
on the turn order.
Is that a rock?
She said it was some kind of eagle.
That better not be a rock. If that's a rock,
The
then
rock.
we're screwed.
The rocks have eyes.
That's a rock.
No,
We're doomed. Campaign over.
Charging out of the sky is a bird of monstrous proportions. It is the biggest thing your imagination could ever imagine. Its wingtips from tip to tip are further apart than the width of this gate. It is absolutely huge. And that actually is out of proportion. It is 1 square larger in proportion. And it
That
charges
is a big bird.
That is not good.
out of
Get it
the
to eat the
sky.
goat. Get it
And
to eat the goat.
charges directly for you. Let's see its movement base.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
We
Never
got
mind,
this.
guys.
You know what?
We
You
got
might
got
want to get
this.
off
Actually-
your horse.
No, I've got it.
Don't
I
worry.
do too.
Dumb idea, but
Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
No. Now we found my new mount.
Well, your mount's about to be gone, so apologies in advance.
hey, even the rocks have eyes. Well, of course they do.
I figured, you know, actually, when she said even the rocks will attack you, I thought ROC, not ROCK.
I think that's what
Turns out I was
I
think
I
that's
was
what we
thinking
were supposed to
something.
think.
Well, I thought rock as in like the Earth was going to attack us. Something was
Nope.
going on, and that's what. And then like the gargoyles came to life. I'm like, they're granite. They're
I thought
earthly.
maybe that's what that was, but
I wanted
when she
you.
first said it,
What
I
was the
thought
name
ROC.
of what was the name of the mountain in the Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings, whichever one it was that
Mountain.
that they tried.
Mountain?
No, the Lonely Mountain.
Well, no, that was Hobbit. I think this one, the one where they tried to climb over the mountain and it threw all the snow down.
Oh,
and
Moria.
they had to go
No.
into Moriah, but they couldn't climb over the mountain. What was the name?
I
of the
don't
mountain?
remember the name of the mountain.
It had a
Yeah.
Google.
formal name, but I can't think of what its name was. I was
Cara-
trying to make it. Yes,
Caradras.
Caradras. That's it. Yes.
Because we're nerds.
Yeah. I was trying to make it
you
sound a bit
are.
like Caradras, where the snow and the rocks would attack you when they.
You were
when they
doing a
did
good
it.
job. All you were
So-
missing was the I shall not la farala.
I'll breath go
Oh,
trying to bring down the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that spell's not gonna work. Me.
All right,
Don't
so
worry, guys.
it moves towards you
I've
with a horrible
got this.
screech, but the screech is merely a screech of challenge. It is not a screech of attack. So at this point, it is your turn. I'm trying to get my sheets so that I can see everything because I've got a lot of sheets here. There we go. Put that one there.
I'm
And
I'm starting to
I
think
am
we
in,
should
like-
bump rush the gate.
And get past the aura that's there? I don't think that's gonna happen.
Maybe it's a teleporting aura.
first of all, be aware
Maybe
there
it's
is a portcullis that is down.
Yeah.
I can take care of that as well. I'm
Okay.
going to blow all of my magic in this account.
There is a portcullis that either raises or lowers, but it is currently blocking the passage of this thing. All right, so we are now finally up to Apodus after all of this has happened. Target
Okay,
rich environment.
Yeah. Epotus based on oh man. Well, his horse is stiff. Okay.
Horse is a horse.
Is this flying one? Is this one over the edge of the cliff?
Yes, it would have about 100-foot drop underneath it.
Okay, I'm going to use heightened meta magic and cast command and just say freeze.
All right.
Pulling a hasty.
Oh, I'll do you one. I'll do you one better.
All right, so it.
So basically,
needs-
he tells him to just like freeze, like stop moving, kind of thing.
Alright.
Well, I mean, you get to interpret what that is, but he just says freeze, and he's using heightened meta magic in order
your
to give
DC,
him-
please.
My DC should be 16.
I'm waiting for this to respond. There we go. It finally did. 18.
Okay. And then I will use my bonus action to eat a third level spell slot to give me my 3 spell points back, and that will.
I just realized
That was an
the
18 with
roll-
disadvantage. That was an 18 just regular roll, not with advantage.
Not advantage or disadvantage. It was just the first of the rolls.
Okay.
Okay. And so if
That's a baby.
that just nothing happens then to it, so it
Yeah.
continues to flap, and we are up to Victor.
All right, so Victor is going to turn his cart around, get off,
And
and
run
slap
right
his
now.
ass.
Okay.
He slaps his ass on
Sit
the
him
ass to get his
Don't mind me.
cart the hell out of there. Let's see. With that happening, he is. Let me measure the distance here. Let's see. So these are. Trying to weigh my options. Might want to start with the tried and true moonbeam.
At 4th level?
Actually, let's see. Let's actually use Call Lightning instead.
Ooh, that one's gonna be
Yeah.
nastier.
Since we're outdoors for once. Alright, let's see. So let me just double check how much that gains from casting at a higher level.
I think it's 1d10.
Let's see. Yeah, so 1d10 for each slot above third. So let's Let's cast Call Lightning at level 5.
Okay.
That's what, 8d10?
There we
Christ.
go. And
And
I'm going to
it's-
drop this on the 2 gargoyle things in front of us.
All right. Its radius is.
Let's see. Let me.
That's the cast range.
I believe it's the same as Moonbeam. Let's see.
But it basically.
Yeah, it's a 5 foot. It's a 5 foot radius.
All right. So it just basically drops in the middle and hits both of those two on the south, right?
Yep.
All right. So they need a dex save. That's one of their better ones. Let's see what they can do. One on the left, then the one on the right. 11 and 19. So DC 16. The one on the right saved. The one on the left did not. So it takes a total of how much?
Let's see. 44 if they save 20 or
Christ.
22 if they saved, 44 if they failed.
44 on that one and 22 on this one.
I think that does more damage than Dawn. But it doesn't affect as wide of an area.
Okay,
Victor
has no
keep the
bonuses.
wall.
Then
I think I'd probably use my move and bonus, slapping my ass.
In a weird way, I'm sitting here going, it's like, I know he doesn't mean literally, but technically he does actually mean literally.
yes, yes.
Literally slapping
Literally,
his
but not
ass
literally. Yes.
at the
Yeah.
same time. It's the most paradox statement.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Dirok, you have two things hovering probably about 30 feet above you. And a goat
Speed,
charging
speed,
down the
speed,
hill
now's the
at you.
time.
And a big bird screaming down at you.
Don't worry, guys. I can handle the rock.
I am going to go ahead and do what my plan was and start running across the cliff face. So I am going to... I make it all the way to the gate with my full movement speed.
And they are far enough above you that they cannot take an attack of opportunity. So you manage to duck under them and get to the solid portion of the gate there, the wall portion that's up onto the cliff area. Anything you are doing? You took a full dash action or just your movement?
No, it's one movement. My speed is 40.
What are you doing for your action?
My action is going to assume dodge again.
All right. So Vlad,
Vlad is going to ride his horse right about.
Your horse is
here.
stunned, yo.
you've that's stunned until the end of the rock's next turn.
Yeah, my horse is the only one that's not stunned.
Until end of the rock's next turn.
Yeah.
gargoyles.
The
The one that's
the
stunned.
gargoyles next turn. Yes, they have
Yeah.
to have it. It's almost over, but not quite. The horse is still stunned.
Your horse is stuck, dude.
I'll just do it next round then. I'll take care of the rock next round. I will cast. What's it called? Sacred Flame on the one that Victor shot with lightning.
He did two of them. Which one? The two southern
Let's
ones.
do the
which-
one on the left.
All right. And
That is almost max damage. Max
Yeah,
damage.
it is. And there's no dex save. Okay.
It's a dex save.
And your DC
17.
He rolls a not high. 8. I can tell if it's
Not
high or
enough.
low. I can tell by the width of the line when it's just sitting there blank. I can tell whether it's going to be above 10 or below 10. So it takes the full 14 damage. And
Wait a minute. We're level 11 now, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were level
yeah.
11.
Yeah, we're level
That
11.
cantrip should be 3d8.
Roll another d8 then if you need to.
Oh, yeah, we are, yeah.
So total of 19 damage. Let me adjust that in the macro.
take off another 5. And now it is the gargoyles' turn, and they will. One will move to follow Dirok. The other one will move in on Epotus. This one will move in on Sylvia. And this one will fly, let's see, nothing was frozen. This one will fly above Vlad to attack him. Now, I'm going to put a mark on them, which is only for my information. There is no spell or anything on them. I just need to remember something when stuff is going on, because I have to remember which one was first and which one was second. You know who's done what. All right, the 2 ones that do not have the yellow on them, both give off that screech. So we have this, and this one here would be like that. So now I need everybody but Dirok and the donkey.
God dang it! My horse is gonna. Oh, it doesn't matter. The rock is charging us. That's fine.
Oh, Durok's horse is also in that mix
So
too.
more con saves.
Yes. Everybody but Dirok and the ass.
Just remember, guys, I did yell, go to the cliffside.
Is Vlad's
We didn't
horse
have a
close
chance
enough
to.
to me?
Like, literally had no chance to.
You asked a question, Epotus. I didn't hear it.
Edge of token from Edge of token. is less
Never
than 10
mind. Don't
feet.
worry. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, no.
Oh, my horse is actually fine.
Yes, your horse actually saved. So
Well,
Let
I'm
me
gonna
start
go check
taking-
out the stocks.
let me take the red token off of Vlad's horse, and then I will see Kyle's horse is stunned again. It cannot move this round either. Sylvia, your horse failed again. It is stunned again. There's one more horse involved somewhere. I need Dirok's horse to roll, please.
Oh, yep.
Was
I forgot.
the only one who saved against that?
Here we go.
It looks like it. Oh
Pretty
no.
sure save. Oh yeah,
Well,
you're the only one who
I'm
saved against the
certainly
gun.
ready for the next camp.
No, my horse saved again.
Gore's horse saved again. It rolled a 20. So, yes, only of people, the only one who saved was Vlad. Vlad is okay.
I can't touch this priest.
Sylvia is stunned again.
I did
Epotus
save
is
last turn.
stunned. Did I get one from Victor? Yes.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
He's stunned. There we go. Let me put a stun on you. That one's okay. That one's okay. They're okay. All right. So the things with red dots are stunned until the end of the gargoyle's next turn. And the 2 gargoyles who did not do the screeches suddenly, like, they open their mouths, and radiating out from them for about 15 feet is a hideous cloud of toxic spores.
Wow, this is
That will include, let me measure here, that's the 2 yellow dot ones that do this. So 15 feet will include Sylvia, her horse, Vlad, and Dirok's horse on that one. All need to give me a DC 14 con again save. It's the same thing.
Horse.
well. That time I only rolled the
So
7.
is that,
Hey,
is that
I won that
everybody?
You said con?
No, not Epotus
No.
in this one. You won't be affected in this.
Yes.
It's Sylvia, her
Yes,
horse,
Con.
Vlad, his horse, and
Hey,
Dirok's horse.
Fuck!
Yes.
You said
Where were these rolls?
what roll? What roll?
Con.
Con save, yeah. Sylvia's
16. Save again.
Sylvia's horse does not take any. Okay, so let me look at this. All 3 horses saved. None of them took any spore, or is it a half? Let me see. Become become poisoned. Are going to appeal at the end of the effect. There is no half, so it is all or nothing on this one. None of the horses took any spore damage. However, we have Sylvia and Vlad. Sylvia saved. You take none. Vlad will take. Let me
I'm so mad right
roll
now.
this and see what we've got. It's not doesn't have it on there when this. So I've got to do a 1d10. Let me roll a 1d10 and see what we get.
I'm
Whoops,
like
I
so
rolled
mad
twice.
right now.
Ignore the second one because it wasn't taking. You took 8 damage, Vlad, from the spores. You are poisoned, and you will take the same damage again at the start of each of the target's turns. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So
That poison actually messes me up more than you know.
So you are poisoned. Now, this one over here has thrown its spores at Dirok. Dirok, would you roll did you roll a Constitution?
I did not yet. I was waiting
Okay.
for you
Yeah,
to do
you'll need-
the stuff over there.
Right. You now need one. Yeah, you
I
save.
am very constituted today.
You rolled a good con save, so you are safe.
It helps with my +9.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Barbarians are like that.
If you rolled a 5, you would have been
Yeah.
fine.
Yes.
All right, Sylvia is stunned. The goat charges down another level. Ah!
Quiet, Black Phillip.
Watch that goat be the biggest problem of them all.
And the Vrock sweeps in, spots
Please
the
take the goat.
horse without a rider, and attacks it.
That's my horse, you son of a!
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Horse is dead.
It, let's see what we got here. It
As long as
hits
it doesn't
the
start tossing
horse.
us off
What
the-
is its
fine.
health? Let me see what its health is.
His
Not
Oh, not
Not enough.
good. Not
The
good.
war horse only has 19 health.
That horse is grappled in the bird's talons. It sweeps down, picks the horse up, which dies instantly, and starts to carry it off. However, as it is within ground level, anyone within that immediate range of it is in melee
POTUS.
range. So that is
Hey,
POTUS
POTUS
and
is-
Vlad.
Please
POTUS
take
and Vlad.
vengeance on me. Please take vengeance for me.
Epotus is stunned. I can't do anything.
No, no one can move. Everyone's bone.
I
am
flat.
I am poisoned. Let me see if I can do react.
I don't think poison stops your reactions. It just is a ticking dot that's like, ow.
Poison
No,
makes you
that's-
do action or
Poison means you
bonus
have
action.
Poison means you have disadvantage on checks and attack. It's not Pokemon's.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. What is? I was thinking of something else then that is either actions or bonus
Well,
actions.
anyway, what are you going to do since it doesn't affect that?
I'm gonna try to smack it. I can't do anything else. No, I'm not.
You
It's actually
remember
right
this.
here right now, so it's properly positioned. I put it to the
I rolled
back.
very low on that damage.
Okay, so you swing your mace. You definitely hit, by the way. And you do 5 damage, right?
That would be a good time to have the sentinel feat. Where you going? Grab the rock, pull it back down.
There is just a kind of an angry screech as it reaches down with its beak and begins to pull Dirok's horse to shreds, gulping down
Dirok.
sections of the horse as it flies.
All right,
Don't
we
worry,
need to get me that goat now. I need to have a new mount.
Don't worry, Darok. I'll take care of the rock.
Darok wants to take care of Darok. All right. It is now Epotus's turn.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Epotus is frozen.
I'm stunned. The
Victor.
horse and I are stunned. I can't do
That's
it.
right. Victor.
I'm also stunned.
Yep. Darok.
That rock is on the ground right now.
It's 5
It did
to
a
10
touching.
feet. It's just barely in melee range above your head. It is not on the ground. It just snagged the horse from midair and was starting to pull it up as it started to flap away, and he got a hit of opportunity on it.
Do I roll another
I-
save, or was that just?
I
a
am
one-time?
making
No,
my
not
movement
yet.
all the way back to the rock now. And
Oh,
I am going to...
Let me check 1 second. Anyone who was poisoned,
I was not poisoned.
Only me.
and
sorry.
that's not your turn. There's nobody. There was nobody else that was poisoned besides Vlad.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
I managed to
All
save.
right. All right. So there's nothing to roll right now, Victor. Hang on a moment. Now, Darok, what are you doing?
I'm moving up to the rock. I am going to fly into a rage.
All right. The rock next to you will get an attack of opportunity because it did swoop down to attack you.
He gets an attack of opportunity? I just ran up to him.
I think she means the gargoyle.
The gargoyle that you ran under that was attacking you here will get an attack
he
of
was with it.
opportunity. Yes, he flew down.
He was
to
within
attack.
5 feet?
Yes.
Okay, yep, I'll take the attack of
So
opportunity.
you may attack him if you want to. I don't know what you want to. I mean, it's your choice.
No,
Okay.
I'm going to the rock. I'm angry that he just killed my horse.
All right. So it will attack you with its talons, and it rolls a, come on, 14, which is not enough, right?
Nope, 18.
Okie doke. All right, so it
All right.
misses. Now you can attack.
I fly into a rage, and I am going to strike at the rock with 2 spear attacks. 13 probably misses, but 28 probably hits.
That's correct.
DM
All right.
question.
Uh-huh.
You're calling. Keep saying Vrock instead of rock. There's a V on.
I will
Yeah.
I will call it what it actually is. It is a vrock.
Okay, so not
The
Better to
gargoyles
say
are
gargoyle.
vrocks.
And then you
the
have
gargoyles are Vrocks.
Yes.
This is a vrock.
Oh.
This is a rock.
Yes. That's why I keep
Gotcha.
trying to remember not to call it a vrock because it is confusing. You have a rock and a vrock, and that is
Well,
confusing.
now that
Between
I-
a rock
I
and
didn't-
a hard place.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that a Vrock was a thing.
Now you
That's-
do.
Now I do. Now I'm not confused.
Yeah, I'll try to keep
Now
calling
you
it a
hate me.
gargoyle just to clarify because it is so confusing. But yeah, the gargoyles are actually vrocks.
Okay, good to know.
Stone dick birds.
You're not
so
wrong.
So it is Vlad's turn.
It is Vlad's turn.
Oh yeah, wait a minute, I did not take the 12 off. Just a second, let me take that 12 off of the big bird in the sky. Dirok
my
also
God.
gets a screech in his ear at an angry bird as you whack him on the talons, trying to get your dead horse out of it. All right, if it had been a crit, by the way, I would have seen if he dropped the horse. Anyway, it is Vlad's turn.
Oh. Vlad is going to look at the gargoyles around him and say, "In Abyssal, this is what happens when you defy the son of Lathander." And he's going to cast Banishment on the rock.
No, I want to
The-
kill it.
The
Too bad.
Big,
The
on
rock
Big Bird or the
Not
The
the,
gargoyle?
rock, the
The-
rock.
the big bird.
Oh,
The big bird, yes. He's
Okay.
banishing the big bird.
no, the wrong one. Dang it!
How about do the ones that are stunning us?
You
Yeah,
How
are.
ones that
about
are
do the
stunning
one
you?
that can toss us off the mountain?
You are.
They could also toss stuff off the mountain.
The big one's
Wait, wait,
And
just eating.
Epotus is not wrong.
Epotus is
When
just-
this fight is over, I will tell you something that will make you facepalm. Anyway, this is when I rub my hands when you haven't read about a monster in the monster manual. Anyway,
I don't know about rocks or rocks.
I know you don't. Mhm.
But I have a bestiary and can
I
look
have
it
a
up.
feeling that Epotus does. Anyway. Nevertheless, that's why he's like, no! Anyway.
No, actually, Epotus is more like.
Yeah. He tries to scream and nothing comes out. All right. One creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence.
Oh wait, hold on.
Too late. You already said what you were
cast-
You already said what
I'm
you were
casting
casting.
it. I'm
Alright.
casting it.
Okay,
I'm
but
casting it 5th level
okay.
and targeting more than one creature. I'm going to target the Vrok north of me, the one that hasn't used its spores yet.
Okay, let me identify. That would be this one here, right?
Yes, I'm targeting the Rock and the northern Vrok.
Okay. So they have to roll a charisma save. The
Yes.
Vrok, I will roll for the bird. Wisdom save on the Boydie. And your DC again is, if this will ever
17.
roll. We're going to get 3 of them. I know we are. There, it finally came up. It failed. The big bird and the horse it was carrying pops out of existence. How
It
long
can now
does that,
eat in peace.
how long does that last? 1 minute, right?
It lasts for 1 minute or until I lose concentration.
There is an odd screech that is set up when you do that. There is a response, like a reverberation response from all of the gargoyles. They respond very oddly. And I am going to roll wisdom on the Vrok, the gargoyle, that is to the north of you. And I'm going to roll it twice, and I will tell you why in a moment. The gargoyle has disadvantage on this spell,
I'm okay with that.
and it fails on disadvantage, and it pops out of existence.
So, yeah. Pew pew! 2 enemies gone. That's the end of my turn. My horse is not stunned. I'm going to have it carry me right about here towards the front of the gate.
Okay?
There we go.
All right?
And then I'm going to repeat my Constitution saving throw to resist the poison. Actually, I'm going to stay within 10 feet of Epotus, so I get that bonus. It's a +4.
It would be a +4.
Okay?
Okay,
So
so
do your con save again.
I'm fine.
Yep.
I'm fine. Total of 19.
You are now no longer poisoned. You are fine.
No longer poisoned.
All right, and it is now what remains of the gargoyle's turn. So as soon as this turn is over, all stunning ends because they have no more stuns for today. So they can't do that. But
Oh god, we survived that part.
yeah, so you can all take your dots off. I'll go ahead and take their turns. They will actually start physically attacking you. Dirok, Epotus, and Sylvia are the nearest ones to them, and they will all take the beacon talons attack.
Well, I guess the question is, so we're not stunned anymore?
As soon as they finish this attack, you are not stunned. All right.
Oh,
They get
that's
their
not-
attack. At
that's
the
not
end
good.
of the Vrok's turn, you
That's not
are
good.
it's over. Yes. So
I don't
they.
like this.
You
I do.
Hey, at least
All right, Durok. You took you're 15. What's your armor class? 18.
18.
All right, so only its beak attack hit for 11 piercing damage. You are raging, so that's 5.
All right.
Now for a POTUS. Beak and talons.
If they hit, it's a crit.
Yeah. Oh, God. The second one, the talons, was a crit all on its own. It rolled a 26. The first one was a 25, so it might as well have been a crit. So it's a
So
crit.
are they
as well.
hitting me or the horse?
They are hitting you. It is hitting you. It is
Okay.
attacking you. So let me see. It is a 2d6 plus 3. I've got to roll. Let's see. Is the plus isn't on the second roll, is it? On the crit roll, it's just a 2d6, right?
On the crit roll, it's double dice.
Yes, but is it 2d6 plus 3 doubled, or 2d6 plus 3 and 2d6?
I don't know what the attack is.
2d6 plus 3, but that's proficiency.
So it would be 4d6
Plus 3. Right?
Yes.
Or
the,
plus
the,
6.
the
That's
modifiers
only
only get added once.
That's what I was asking. Yes. So let me roll for the additional damage, so I can tell you what all damage you have. And there we go. All right. So let me add this up. You have the 5 that you see there. You have 11 is 16 plus another 30. You took 46 damage.
Ouch.
From that one attack?
From that one. Well, 2 attacks, beak and talons.
Okay. I was like, if they do 40 damage in one attack, then that's
if they do 40 damage on a crit in one attack, like
Yeah, those were 2 crits.
that'll still take me down in 4 turns.
Yeah. All right, Sylvia. Your turn.
Oh, I'm so glad for you. All right, I am free as a bird.
No, not until its turn's over. Its beak and its talons attack on you.
I can't do it. Yeah, so I can't do at the
That's
moment.
right.
And that's gonna...
2 hits
Yeah.
for a total of 24 damage.
Oh, that's not too bad. I can still live with that.
Literally, you can still live with that.
POTUS, you're real hurt.
So I
Everybody
negative
is
24?
out of stun. All stuns are now gone.
But you said minus 24 damage.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had the right number.
Yes. All stuns are now gone. Remove those red dots. Sylvia, you can move.
I can't. I don't know how to remove the dots.
Click your
The
token.
little...
Click the little circle below it. Not the gear, the circle below it. And click the red dot to turn it off.
Okay. Oops, wrong one.
Nope, that's an X. Click the circle.
Yeah, no. I thought that was the clear button.
No, and then do the same on your horse. There you go. You learn something every day. Alrighty. Sylvia, you can finally do something. Show it you're mad.
Oh God. Since I was prepared not to do anything, I'm trying to figure this out. You know what? There comes a time in life where I just have to ball up my fist and
Punch him.
summon Bigby's hand and just punch it straight in the face.
Okay. I think
my
you've
team,
got
my
a,
team.
I think I gave you a Bigby's hand to pull out onto the map. You just grab it and drag it out.
Let's see here. I'm like losing track of everything that I have right now. There he is. Hello. Boop. Might need to be scaled down a bit, but just put him right there.
Okie doke. Now let's see.
Let's see here. Spell that I have used since I put the spell card there. Bonus action, move to 60 feet. So I have to make a melee spell attack using my statistics. On a successful hit, takes 48 force damage for the fist.
4d8 you said, so roll it.
Yeah, but I have to make the melee spell attack with my
Yeah.
statistics.
Yeah.
So so it's like 1d20 plus
Your proficiency.
Yeah. 1 second, I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. The proficiency bonus?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm looking at the right numbers.
Yes.
Boop.
Okay, so
D24.
24. That is a hit, by the way. So roll your damage.
D8. No proficiency bonus on the spell damage, or
Not
or
from
do I have
the
to
way,
add?
not from the way it reads. Hit
Okay, I wasn't
point
sure.
equal to,
Wasn't sure on
and
that.
it drops. Actually, when you turn. No, you would add your spell proficiency bonus.
So my charisma modifier,
It
or
adds your charisma modifier and your proficiency bonus. It uses your
yes.
statistic.
Yes, it will use.
so
Yeah.
a bonus of 9 on that then.
Yes.
Am I reading that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So 48 plus 9 and blam.
Okay, 27 damage on that one.
Since
This
I'm
just
in
in.
melee with this thing, I am not going to move yet. And I've
This
already
just
used my
in,
attack from
the
that bet.
Patriots defeated the Rams 13-3.
Yeah,
Yes!
let's not talk about it and get back to
Yes!
the game, please.
Yes. The
Nope,
Saints
nope,
beater.
I'm out.
The Saints
I'm out.
beaters lost. Yes.
F the Patriots.
13-3
Remember,
is pretty
guys, they're
good.
the underdogs.
Normally
The
I
team
would
that's
agree
been to
with
the Super
you.
Bowl the last 3
Normally
years.
I would
been to
agree
9
with you.
Super Bowls in the
This
last
year-
17
Ladies
years.
and
They're
gentlemen,
This
the
year-
underdogs.
This
there
year
is
I disagree.
death going.
This year only I disagree with you. That is absolutely the only year I will disagree with you. And I want to see what is the hand's hit points equal to
Hand has
yours. Okay, so you are 29. No, what's your maximum? Your maximum is 53. Okay.
it's only 53?
The hand has only 53 hit points. It
That's
has
not a
equal
lot.
to what hers are. Anyway, the goat charges down another level. And Epotus, you are up free as a bird.
Dear Ark, that goat is charging straight towards.
It wasn't before. I was at the gate and it was charging down, I'm assuming, towards Apotus.
It's going to
I'm
punch you
in it.
off the side of this cliff.
It can try. But this is why I said get to the cliffside. There's going to be stuff that's going to try to knock us off. The rock, the gargoyles, this
I
goat.
take care of the rock. It doesn't come back at all.
In
For
a minute. Yeah, in a minute.
For a minute. And then I can cast it again.
Is this thing basically adjacent to me?
Yes.
Oh, ow!
Okay. Zatra turns and blasts the dragon breath at it.
Okay. Each
And
creature
then,
in that area. Okay, Dex save. Dex save. And your what's your DC?
It's a DC 16.
It fails miserably, and so it takes the 9 lightning damage.
And then I will pull out the blade and let's see if this freaking works. I will cast Wrathful Smite.
Okay.
And then I will make my 2 Sunblade attacks.
Psychic damage. Let me check them on. No, they don't. Psychic isn't one of them. Okay. All right. Make your attack. That is a hit. That is a hit. Anything else?
On the first hit, I'll apply the Wrathful
Okay.
Smite.
So your 18
So-
plus 6 is 24 damage.
Yes. And then, so he needs to make a wisdom save on whether or not he's afraid of me.
All right.
And then on both hits, or the first hit, I will blow a third level spell slot for it.
Third click on the wisdom save. Come on. Respond. There we go. Finally. It's small, whatever it is. Yes, it failed. It rolled a 5. And so it is now afeared of you.
Okay, so he takes 37 damage total and is afraid of me, and his speed is now 0.
Question: which two are the original rocks?
The ones with the yellow dots on them.
Gotcha.
And you said, what was the total? Because I added up less than that. I added up 24. You said, okay, another 7.
It was
another
9.
13. Another 13
Yeah.
I haven't added. All right, let me take
Yeah.
that one off. All right.
By the end of this, you will know fear.
You will die. Victor!
Alright, so Victor, after kind of snapping out of a daze here, kind of reaches back up to the clouds and he says, "You fell creatures have pissed me off." And he is going to bring down some lightning again. Let's do it on the nearest one, because I'm pretty sure that's the one that stunned him.
That one's just getting pummeled.
Yeah. And
Lightning,
Dex
big beast.
save.
It's getting shocked. It's getting fisted. It's getting blasted.
Fails miserably, so it takes the 25 damage. And it is the first one of these rocks to start looking like it is a bit pummeled. There's like chunks falling off of it. When they hit the ground, they're granite. Okay. Dirok?
Dirok is going to move closer to the goat. That's going to probably charge him first. I'm going to assume the dodge action. You are mine.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
All right. So we are up to Vlad again.
All right. My spell counter goes down to 9, so there's 9 turns left before the rock, and the rock shows back up. Well, the rock shows back up. I am going to trot over to Apodus and drop a 2nd level healing touch, or cure wounds.
Okay.
Where is it? I have too many spells. There it is.
Is that both levels? There we go.
No.
Okay. 15 healing, Apodus.
No, it's +4, so 19.
Okay.
Because Disciple of Life, yo.
Okay, 19 total.
So
He
they
feels
kind of like
new
shines
life.
into the blade.
And the rocks, the gargoyles, will attack again. Now let's see. The 2 yellow ones both did their spores. So the only one that can do a spore is the one that is next to Apodus. So anybody within 15 feet. All right. So that is. What is that?
It's pretty much everybody over here, I think.
Yeah, it is, and it's it's everybody. Yeah, everybody here is going to have to give me
Except
another.
that is horse.
Yeah, that's right. That horse is. That's what it
There.
was. I couldn't figure out what it was I was looking at. Let me put that one on another.
Rip Dirok's pony.
Yep.
Well-
You know, Technically,
Victor's gonna have to give
Technically-
Derek a lift.
I could cast Revivify on the horse.
I believe it was torn apart.
Yeah, it was.
It doesn't
spoiled.
matter. As
Yeah.
long as
That
it
Don't
con-
you
gathers-
have the whole
Is that a
line?
con save?
Yeah. Yes, it is a
As long as
con
it gathers all the
14. Everybody in that area, give me a con 14.
Oh,
Including-
not me. I'm good.
Including the horses in that immediate area. So yeah.
Rip Apple Tony.
Actually, let me look at something.
I just barely make it.
Including the goat.
Including the goat.
Wait, what? What about the goat?
The goat is not immune to the poisoned condition.
Sweet.
I can, there he is.
What about the other gargoyle? Is it immune?
Yes, it is immune.
It's
Darn.
stone. It's stone.
No, it's flesh. It's
Yeah,
not a
it's-
construct.
These are immune to it. Okay, so the goat failed. So this now it will do it. I'm going to change this so that it actually rolls it here instead of just looking at me. It should be giving me how much damage.
With Epotus's paladin bonus, it brings me to exactly 14.
Very good.
So paladin for the win.
All right, so those that failed, is it anybody? Zatra failed, and the goat failed. We'll take, let's
The
see.
goat failed.
Yeah. So they take
Wait, am I supposed to
3
roll for
points.
this as well?
Yes,
Con save?
yes, 14.
24.
Save. The goat and Zatra take 3 poison damage, and they will have to roll again at the end of their next turns to make a note on Zatra that she has to roll again, or he has to roll again. So -3 on the goat, and he is poisoned. Alrighty, so Sylvia.
Let's see. Bigby's hand counts as my action, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
Trying to. Well, I thought it was its own separate entity. That's why I was like,
that's why I'm reading it. As a bonus action on your turns.
Okay, so it's like the cleric
okay, so it is.
spiritual hammer.
It's like a super powerful spiritual weapon, yeah.
Okay, so it's basically okay. So I can do my own ability and then do that.
Yes.
Yep. So you could, for instance, cast lightning bolt and have the hammer grab the person. As an example.
I just want this thing to get the away from me. So let's see here. Keeping track of what I've already used here. And let's go with. I'm gonna go with a 4th level Thunder Wave
Okay.
on the gargoyle to tell it to back the F up.
Okay. Give me your thunder wave saves and so forth. I need their DC 17 con.
I don't like this. This seems like I have a very long neck. Apple and Gore both have beards to cover their neck.
It fails its save, so it is pushed 10 feet or 20
I think it's 15. 15 feet cube. Okay, 10 feet, yeah.
feet. Okay, so just about there. It is pushed, and it takes 33 damage, it looks like. Aha!
Yep.
The
And then on
first
that bonus
kill
action.
of the night goes to...
Question.
Yeah.
Was the rock next to Epotus was that summoned by that rock that Sylvia just?
No, it was summoned by the one by Dirok.
Okay, so the one that I banished just vanished. Still,
Here.
that's 2 rocks down.
What is your movement? One sec.
Technically one.
Actually,
Okay.
no, because it is not a summoning in the same sense you're talking about. They actually call forth from their fiendish plane a cohort.
Yes.
So it's not a summon. It's just basically calling to a buddy and being like, "Hey, dinner time."
It's a
But
summoning in
if
the
the
sense of like a
summoner
warlock summoning
dies-
a party member.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if it dies, it is dismissed. If the summoner dies, it is dismissed.
No.
Not in this case.
No.
It is in the sense the warlock summoning a party member as a instead of a warlock summoning a demon. If we're going by WoW terms,
It is still.
the warlock dies,
still,
the party member is still alive.
It's still pretty well gone, but it is, and I'll probably be rolling for like a wisdom roll or something on it when it comes back. But it basically is still around. Let's go on anyway.
Trying to remember what I was about to say here. Since I'm going to be bonus actioning this, the fist is going to move over to him, and I am going.
These are slightly different than the standard statistics.
That's all I was trying to figure out.
The manual. You've gotten the statistics the way they are.
All 3 modified monsters. Go ahead.
Yes, Sylvia.
Okay, so I can move the hand and then hit with it on its movement, or just move.
Correct.
Okay, making sure. So
You can move up to
that.
60.
23. That hits,
And then
of
we
course.
roll the damage. Wrong button. Hold on. Beep.
25.
Lynn, just to let you know, you actually have that a little bit backwards. It's 1d20 plus 9 and then 48 plus 4.
Oh, did I?
Just to let you know, not trying to,
Oh
just
no, because it was the melee attack, and that's what I was asking.
That's
the melee attack. It's your
Correct
charisma, and
correct it next time. Don't worry about it. I'll take the 9 for now.
I'll send you a PM.
That's okay. I'll take the extra 5 on this round. That's no problem.
You can just minus the 5 on one, so.
Yeah, it's fine. We're fine. You just correct it for the next round. We're cool.
I'll go fix it right now.
Okay.
I should really do it on the sheet.
So the goat is going to try to butt Dirok.
I have assumed dodge, so it has disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah. Let me get the sheet to pull open so I can see what it's got here. And it does its ram. Which is not going to. There we go. Only took it 20 seconds to come up. All right. It does. It hits. Okay, with disadvantage, it misses.
All right.
Rolled 8 with disadvantage, so it kind of charges past you, and like a Toreador action, and kind of whirls and looks at you again. And it is Epotus's turn.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, did I click something? I'm sorry. Ignore that for me.
Yep, we're just gonna keep. Oh, this time. Okay, at the start of my turn, he takes 4 psychic damage if he can take psychic damage.
He can, yeah, I looked it up last time. So at the start of your turn, he takes another 4, all right?
Yep.
Minus 4. And what else?
Zatra does a blast
How
at
long does
these.
this no movement last on him?
No movement? What no
Yeah,
movement?
you said his
We're
speed
just
is
not.
0.
Oh, his speed is 0 until he's not afraid of him.
Okay, so
And-
he'll have
and-
to,
and-
on his
and
turn,
to
he'll have
get-
to re-roll the wisdom is what will have to happen. Okay.
He has to spend an action to try to.
Yeah, I'm just saying, after, if he attempts to move, is he spending an action? He just
He
has to.
can't move. His
That's-
speed is 0 until he's not afraid. In order to become not afraid, he has to spend an action to re-roll.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. I'm
so
fine.
Zatra's shooting him.
Uh-huh.
The fact that your
let's see.
horse is shooting lightning out of its mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, the horse is just sitting there going, see, if I had read the fine steed, I would have cast it on myself, and we would both be like unifyingly shooting lightning.
Yeah. Fine Seed is a fantastic spell.
And it rolls a 13 dex, and it needed
This
a...
could only be better
15?
if
What's your
this could only be-
DC?
Save is 16, and then the goat also has.
this
goat
could
has
only
what?
be better.
Vlad, stop for a moment. Let me handle his attacks. What, the goat what?
The goat is also in the area.
And it needs what?
A DC
Okay.
16.
So you're shooting
dex.
it towards both of them. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
So I will give the goat a dex save. Both of them failed. Gosh, I wish this
Okay.
would roll faster.
And then, yeah. And then Epotus is just going to swing.
So both of them took 13 damage. Let me get those off. Minus 13 and minus 13 on the goat. The goat looks in pretty bad shape, actually. That really
Yeah,
took the
that-
goat down a bit.
Yeah, so then he'll take a swing at the nearest gargoyle dude with that and with that.
2 hits. Anything else on top of that before I take the 19 off?
No, I'm keeping the spell slots just in case.
And that gargoyle's starting to look a little worse for the wear as well. For the first time, it looks like it's had some damage. So the goat is looking pretty bad. The gargoyle is starting to look a bit exhausted. Victor,
All right, let's see. I am going to hit the goat and the rock next to it with lightning.
okay?
No, that's supposed to be my new mount.
He is actually going to try that. So be aware. He's
I am going to try that. If that goat
he's-
dies, one of you guys will be my mount.
All right, if he's seriously going for it, then I will go for the gargoyle on the other side of Gira.
Okay. DC 16
I only say this because
And I will move up and take cover behind this tree.
Okay. And he rolls a 10, so he takes 27 damage. That is actually the first damage that one has taken. That one was still in full health. Dirok.
Alright, this gargoyle didn't attack me, did he?
Yes, back when you were by the gate, it did. That
Well,
was the one that
back
was...
by the gate, but he didn't attack me when I was over here, though, right?
Yes, he did. He had an attack over there. He
Did-
did a
did he hit
talon
me?
and beak attack. I'd have to look back to see.
I know that he hit me once for 5 damage, and that was over here. I'm asking if he hit me
I've
over
got
here
to
because I
roll
completely
back
missed
to
it.
where the
Sorry.
3 attacks were from the. Okay, the first one was on you. Come on, roll 20. Now it won't scroll. That one was the double crit on a POTUS, so this one is yours. It hit you with its beak while it was over there.
For a disadvantage, right? Because I
No.
was assuming dodge.
It rolled a 22-22, so it didn't
Oh,
matter.
okay. So I did take a hit.
Yes.
I missed the damage.
Yeah, you took 5. It would have been 2 because you were raging.
-2. Okay. Yep. So since I did take damage, I am still raging. I am going to grapple this goat.
Okay.
All right.
Give me a
So-
strength roll on that, or whichever is your roll, and I will roll strength on. Yeah, its strength is its most. So
Would it be athletics since I'm trying to jump onto it, trying to mount it?
yes.
All right.
You're actually
26.
making this thing your mount.
I am going to make this my mount if I can.
It rolled a 21 against your 26.
It is
You are-
grappled. I am mounting it.
Yep. You are currently on top of the goat. Now, as far as
Yes!
taming it will be another matter.
You know,
I'll be able to break it.
theoretically,
You said I
the,
should break it.
the suggestion spell would be the perfect spell for last
have-
8
He
hours.
has,
We
like,
have
tame
job to
animals kind
do,
of thing.
dear Rock.
He has
Yes,
kind of like a
that job
taming
is to
animal
get me
thing.
another mount, or one of you guys will have to carry me.
All right, Vlad.
Vlad is going to. Hey, Apotus, how you look?
I'll live.
Apotus is fine. Vlad is going to cast what's it called? Sacred Flame on
The beat up one or the
the-
healthy one?
the damaged one.
Okay.
I closed my character sheet for some reason.
Hey, you ought to be on my side with 16 character sheets and everything else open.
I'll pass, thanks. DC 17 or 18 radiant damage. DC 17
It is not
dexterity
on the
saving.
goat, it is on this one. Dex save. It has high dex. Come on. Roll 20. Will you roll these darn things? Goodness.
But not high enough.
19.
That is actually high enough. It doesn't take any damage.
Okie doke. It manages
I'll
to
be right back.
dodge out of the way of that flame that comes searing down out of the sky, and with that it turns and attacks. It can't get to Vlad. Well, actually, there's not much that can harm it. It does stay within range of Apotus, and because Vlad tried to sear it, it runs over
Oh,
and...
His speed is 0.
Oh, that's right. That's the one that can't move.
Yeah, he
Alright.
can't move.
In that case, it can't attack you, but it can attack the goat. And it attacks the goat.
No! I am defending it.
What?
Reaction defends the ghost.
Yes, reaction. I want to attack the gargoyle. This is my goat.
What? Dude!
Well, that's
Please
one
go.
way to bond with the animal.
Have Vlad revivify it.
Wait,
Revivify? Nobody's revivified.
We are really going to use the 300 gem to revivify a goat? Please.
Yes!
No.
No.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, let's see here.
God, no.
It's 11. It actually gets hit, and it has 4 hit points remaining.
I need to get this goat out of here.
Ride, Billy.
Okay. It is the other rock is going to attack Dirok.
You didn't think he was going to do it, did you? You should know by now. If he says he's going to do something, he's actually serious.
21 and no, that's the wrong one. It's 15 and 26 crit. The 15 misses, the 26 crit hits for a total of 22 slashing damage. So 11 damage on
11.
Dirok.
All right.
Okay, I don't think I know anything else.
And it is Sylvia's turn.
Let's see, how's the battlefield looking right now?
One very beat up gargoyle and one pretty healthy one. And a very sick goat.
I have no idea what's going on with the goat, but Durak is on the goat's being grappled anyways. Oh, God. Now, these things don't count as humanoids, right?
No.
Okay. So
not constructs,
with that
not
in mind,
humanoids.
making sure.
Vlad, have you been taking off your count on the minute?
I have. I'm currently at count 8. Oh wait, I had to. There we go.
Thank you.
Now it's updated.
Thank you. I thought you were lower than that. Okay.
I am going.
Vlad, she's trying to kill my goat. Do something.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna cure wounds.
What do you
myself
want me to do?
if
It's
I'm
not my
hurt.
turn.
Heal it.
No!
It's my goat.
I heal our party members,
I'm
not your.
gonna get your goat.
If my goat dies, I'm taking your horse.
No, you're not.
Sylvia,
Yes, I
what are you
can.
doing?
No, you can't.
I'm gonna.
I will send you to another dimension, motherfucker.
I'm gonna big hand the two of them in a second. I'm gonna heal myself.
Okay.
Get some freaking HP back here.
I
And then
Is that a bonus
Never mind.
spell or is that a full
that's
action
the
spell?
that's the full action because the bonus is gonna be Bigby's.
Okay.
It's 18 right there. Just trying to get that real quick. Oh, sweet health. You said one's looking kind of down, the other one's looking kind of healthy.
POTUS, a
I'm just
question
gonna-
on the one that has 0 movement. Does that count as like a stun or anything? Or just
No,
a...
it's just speed. It's just speed is 0.
Okay. All right.
I think he's hamstringed.
Because that would apply to what Sylvia's attack would be, so I needed to know.
Yeah, when we get back to my turn, I have a
No, I'm just going to wallop on the one that looks pretty good because Durak is kind of like sandwiched between it.
Yeah.
Let's see if the spell sheet I fixed
Except
actually
that
works.
if you take down the one that's attacking the goat, it would help save the goat, so, you know.
Which one was attacking? The one that was stunned?
The one
Like,
that
is a
that
gargoyle that's attacking the goat?
Yes, that's why I'm saying save my goat.
Yeah, the gargoyle.
So actually,
okay,
I need
this-
actually.
The gargoyle at 7 o'clock is attacking the goat.
So
se-
before that happens, I actually realized by casting Wrathful Smite, the
horse also
lightning-
gets Wrathful Smite.
well, but no, by casting Wrathful Smite, it's a concentration spell, so I would have lost the Dragon's Breath, which means the goat and the frightened gargoyle would have 13 more HP, or whatever.
But Wrathful Smite also affects the goat, or your horse, because of Fine Steed.
Well, it's when it hits, the spell ends on the weapon.
You're
Okay,
not
so
wrong.
the goat now has 17 points, Dirok.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll just wallop on the first one that's in front of me because
Yeah,
it's the
and
first
that's
one that
the
I
one
can
that
see.
needs to be taken down anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, let me see if the spell card I now did actually works.
Okie doke, that is a hit for 28 force. Looks right to me. Yep. Okay.
Yay! And now I'll celebrate with victory, Thin Mints.
And for some reason this is not taking it off. There, okay.
So the fun thing with Bigby's hand, apparently it is attackable. It's got 20 armor and my hit points.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's my favorite part of Big. That's my favorite part of Bigby's hand, actually.
I was like,
The goat
AC of
will
20.
use its attack action to try and buck you off, Dirok. It's going
Okay.
to basically attempt to throw you. If
Okay.
this will respond. 17, your armor class is...
18.
It does not throw you. All right. You are still on the goat. POTUS.
Okay, every time I read this spell, I know this spell has like a It's a small paragraph, but I keep learning new things about it every time I read it. Apparently, my attacks, as long as I maintain concentration on the spell, he's frightened, and my attacks deal an extra 1d6 psychic damage to it.
Okay.
Holy cow! Are you serious?
So yeah, so we're on clock ticker 8. He's gonna swing.
Yeah, speaking of clock ticker.
He's just gonna be swinging.
Yep, that's a hit. And that's definitely a hit.
So that's gonna be
the 11 is 24 plus, wow, 24, 27, 33, 34 damage. That is enough. That one is gone.
Yes.
There's only one rock remaining in the field. And Victor.
Alright. Victor kind of casts a spell behind the tree. I'm going to just whisper to you.
Okay.
I don't like the sounds of
And
He casts Control Party.
he is going to step out from the behind the tree, kind of approaching. He's like standing pretty much diagonally on this slope. And he calls out, "Mr. Goat, we wish to parley!" But to the party, it sounds like "Bah!"
Okay, so cast your details so that I know if the goat listens to you or not.
He doesn't necessarily have to listen to me, but he does understand me.
Okay. Let's see.
Just
So
gonna
there's
yell out,
no.
"Quick!"
It's just a matter of it saves you, and let me do something here real quick. The goat stops and looks at you and goes back.
Translation?
What?
My friend that is on your back at the moment, his name is Dirok, and he is enthralled by your incredible noble presence. He wishes to embrace you in the bonds of friendship.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm providing the real life translation as this is happening.
Oh my
That just
god.
sounded like a creepy laugh.
He is laughing. He's very proud. He's very happy. He's so proud that he's such a beautiful goat. All right. The goat seems like just almost smiling. He turns his head and looks up at Dirok and smiles at you, Dirok, which is almost freakier than the rest. Dirok, what are you going to do?
What do I do to try to break him in the sense to try to tame him? Would that be animal handling?
Yes.
I am going to animal handle him.
All right.
Can I give him advantage by translating what he wants to say?
Yes, I'm going to say you have it with advantage because the goat is already fondly disposed towards you.
All right. I am going to try to calm it while also pointing out that, hey, it's these gargoyles that are attacking you, not us.
Okay.
Yeah!
That's a 24.
You have a
That's
12.
a natural 20.
The goat goes. The goat suddenly, its voice changes to bah, bah, and it turns and looks at the rock flying next to it, very angrily. Are you doing? Let's see. That's a full action, I guess. So Vlad.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Oh,
That's probably the most druid thing I have ever
that's
done.
probably one of, if not the most druid thing, then definitely one of the most druid things you've ever done. Let me change my timer. And then I will just cast. Let's go with. I will ride up to this guy, and I will cast inflict wounds.
Okay, hang on a moment. I'm getting Dirok control of that token. And you hear the goat as it turned and looked up at you, Dirok. You hear it say it like in your mind. You recognize that it says, "Sengor will defend you."
Sengor?
There is so much D&D happening right now.
Yes.
All right, so Vlad cast what?
Wow.
Inflict wounds.
All right,
28 to hit, 17 necrotic damage.
Make sure that there's no necrotic resistance, which I don't think there is. No, there is no damage, no immunity, so it takes the damage, 17 damage. Okay, and anything else? If not, it's Sylvia's turn.
Nope.
Sylvia.
Yeah, I'm looking at this thing. Okay. Why waste pleasantries? I'm just going to let the hand do all the work, do all the talking.
Talk to the hand.
That's a hit. 28.
I'm really should just let Sylvia just sit back and let Bigby's hand do all the work for her. I mean, it
You
seems
definitely seem to be hitting with it, so yeah. All right.
Yeah.
The goat rams at the rock.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it misses and does a critical miss and stumbles. Give me a dex save, Dirok.
Me?
Yep.
Alright. Where is my sheet? Dex. That is an 18.
You managed to stay on its back in spite of the fact that it stumbled as it tried to attack the rock. It missed very badly. And
There is
Pogus.
so much D&D going on right now.
Yes, there is.
Oh man. It looks like there's like quite a bit going on there. I don't know that I can get in melee, so he's going to sheathe the sword and then cast a chill touch
Okay.
and miss.
Yeah.
You're a prophet.
Meanwhile, Zatra is going to slowly start pulling him over this.
And I won't change that right now because I'll still, after this is over, if the goat's still alive, I'll give you control of its sheep. But right now, I'll leave it in my control. Okay. So Victor, things are moving faster now. Are you remembering to take off your count, Vlad, for when the rock will reappear?
Yeah, I just moved it down to 7 on my turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and strike that rock with lightning. Nice.
16 on a dex. That is not enough. It takes 40 damage. Okay.
3040, huh? Nice.
Insta-kill.
It is not looking
Headshot.
good. It went from full health to not much health in just a few hits. Dirok.
Dirok is
So
going
what
to
happens-
straighten himself back up onto the goat, and he is going to attack. 2 blood spears. I'm assuming that I probably lose my shield because I'm trying to stay mounted on.
Yeah, pretty much. You'd have to.
I'm
hang
trying
on
to
with
trying to
one
keep
hand,
my.
keep from.
Unless
falling
you're
off.
It'd be
aiming-
easier with the horse, but I'm using a mount that's not.
Right. Both of those
Unless
hit.
they're
So
aiming.
34. The rock is alive, but it is
24.
just. Yeah, it is just barely hanging in there. It is. There's.
Your shield is of no use to you unless they're directly aiming for your left forearm.
The rock is. Let me see if it's got enough intelligence to figure out what's going on. Come on. it looks like it's thinking, this was a really dumb idea. Vlad, it is your turn.
Vlad is going to once again cast Inflict Wounds. If I could find it. Where did it just go?
The Vrock ate it.
19 to
hits.
hit, 10 necrotic. I rolled really poorly on that damage.
The Vrock it's like pieces of its granite, as it falls off in flesh, but as it hits the ground, it's chunks of granite, and there is just pebbles of this Vrock falling all over the place. It is starting to look a little panicked. Sylvia.
Let's see here. I might as well. It's working. I don't have to worry about using any spells. Just turn it into dust.
And I want to also see something, I believe. No, I guess it doesn't. It did. Okay. That is enough to end its life. It is gone.
And as it dies, I will flip at the bird with the hand.
For the moment, you are out of combat. I will give you about 30 seconds worth of gasping for air.
Some D&D is going to happen right here. I have to do this. The goat rears up and gives out a mighty bleat as Derek puffs his chest, spear in hand, up in the air, giving out a mighty roar. I have my new mount.
And I want to tell you something that is so appropriate the way this turned out, completely unintentional by the DM. I didn't have anything to do with this, but it turned out so appropriate. The hide of this goat, if you had come here before you went to Yesterhill, the hide of this goat, if worn, gives you immediate charismatic persuasion with the barbarians on Yesterhill. And they would they respect the goat. I mean, they considered a great animal glory conquest sort of thing, and they actually would have knelt to you if you'd been wearing the goat's hide.
But they knelt to him anyway, so.
Right. I mean, it has come full circle, is what I'm saying.
It would have been done sooner if we had the goats. But what if I had the goat because I did mount him?
See, now what we gotta do is we gotta go back to Yesterhill.
But the barbarians have passed on.
I am going to give you control of Sangzar's thing. Hang on a moment. I'm adding it to.
I do have it.
I
can move it.
I'm talking about the sheet. You are getting control of the sheet. And I will move this up. Come on, roll 20.
If only you were a heavily armored dwarf riding on this goat.
Yeah. I'm
perfectly fine being an orc.
In WoW, we had a goat riding dwarf back in my original days on WoW, and he loved that goat, and we used to make so many goat jokes at his expense. Anyway, I now need. Come on. Goodness, this is slow. I don't know why this thing slows down so bad.
Right. Should I start punching the gate in?
Hold on. Let me get this goat put up by him in the players so that he can see it.
So good. I figured
if
RP while you were.
would respond in less than 20 seconds, this would go so much faster. Where did the goat go? There it is. All right. Let me put it up here in players, Dirok, and you now have a goat. Remember
I see it.
the horse is no longer applicable at this moment.
Aw.
All right. So you are set with a goat as your mount.
I can still cast Revivify on the horse.
Please do not waste a 300 gold gem on a horse.
All right. So anything else you are doing in the few seconds that you have before things start happening?
You have about 10 seconds before the rock returns.
I'm going to move myself and my horse over. Why am I not able to
We
move it?
we want to be closer to the gate.
I'm going to move my horse and myself over to here.
Oh,
Do we really want to be closer to the gate with that, whatever's going on with that green?
Oh, whoops. I still have control of Vlad. Sorry, Vlad.
Oh, you highlighted him, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. They got it. All right. So as you are moving over, there is a sound of the air tearing behind you, and
Oh, yeah, we also have a gargoyle to fight,
the
too.
air
No.
splits open, and out of this thing comes a rock with its beak bloodied. There is very little remaining of the horse in its talons. About 5 seconds behind that, a gargoyle appears.
See.
It does reappear?
It takes, yes.
She told you it wasn't affected by summoning.
Yeah, but usually when you banish fiends, they just return to the home.
Yes, I understand normally. This is something
Normally.
else. But the Vrock takes one look around the field. There are no other Vrocks anywhere. It takes one look at the big bird. It goes, screech! And pops out of existence.
Fair enough.
All right, that is where we will leave it for next week. There you have a big bird over you.
That's the name of my car.
I purposely left Biggie's hand in melee with that thing. Because they'll get 20 armor class. I'm gonna start fighting it with the hand.
Yep.
Fight me! Boosh!
All right.
That
was quite an interesting. Now you have to realize this combat took you probably, I don't know, 10 minutes or something altogether.
Maybe not even that.
Yeah, maybe, not very long, but the point being, it is cold. Of course, you're sweaty from the battle. You have a gate to conquer, and it is getting late afternoon. So remember that for next time.
We're all sweaty from the battle, and then the sweat is going to freeze to us from the cold.
Yes, exactly.
I am not sweaty from the battle. I barely lifted a finger.
I am very sweaty from the battle and trying to tame this ram, this goat.
Well,
So much D&D.
I'm going to take Sengzer off of the turn order. He will now activate on your turn. So
All right.
you'll be able to use
The fact that you managed to tame this goat that was trying to kill us.
well,
This wouldn't have happened if I still had my horse. If I still had my horse, this goat would be dead.
the goat would have been our lunch.
He
Yes.
was a very reasonable goat. You have to give the goat some credit as well. It was like,
We
yeah,
need to come into it.
my friend Dirok is enthralled by your noble presence. He's like, well, damn. I mean, I do have a pretty noble presence. All right.
I mean,
Yeah.
damn, I know I look fine, but
Yeah, he's like,
He
well,
knows.
yeah, these people respect what I am. I am this marvelous example of goathood.
Goathood.
Yes.
bleh.
Okay. All right. Good night, viewers on stream and on YouTube. And there, just the announcement of the husband returning from the Super Bowl party. So we
Angry
will
dogs.
see you next week. Goodbye, all. Thanks for tuning in.